Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lelantia Show. I am your host, Lelantia, and I'm a psychic realm channeler and healer. And on my channel, I like to talk about all kinds of things, spirituality, and especially magical beings. So today, I want to talk about magical beings and why we even want to connect with them, why they are an important energy to begin to connect on a deeper level. So even a lot of spiritual people don't really think about that there are so many other beings, including the magical beings. And when I talk about magical beings, I mean dragons, unicorns, mermaids, fairies, there are so many different kinds of magical beings, right? And that pretty much anything is real. Like if we have anything like in movies or anything in our imagination, it's there for a reason. Like it doesn't just come from nowhere. So it may not be like how it's portrayed in the movies, it may not be how it is exactly in our imagination or how we think that we maybe made it up. Even if it's in our imagination, it's probably in our imagination because this being came forward. So what I wanted to talk about is how beneficial they are to work with. And obviously this could be like a really, really long video, and I don't want to really make it super long and overwhelming because like I teach entire programs on this stuff. So I just want to give a quick overview of why it's beneficial to work with them. So when we look at the energy of, fairies carry so many different sorts of energies, right? Because there are different types of fairies. There are, that elemental energies involved in that as well. And they all kind of work in different ways. So for example, gnomes can help us, with grounding and with a lot of that wisdom of the earth. Then of course there are like tree spirits who really hold a lot of the wisdom of the earth as well. When we're kind of in that theme, we'll jump to trees here. Then dragons, they exist within, all realms. So they carry a vast amount of energy. They can help with so many different things depending on the dragon. They're all individual beings. They all kind of do different things, but maybe it's a fire dragon that you work with that comes in to help to, transform and transmute energy with you. Maybe you work with an earth dragon on earth healing. Maybe you work with galactic dragons on bringing in, this galactic information that we don't necessarily have access to or know about or remember. And a lot of times they can help us with those connections to our past lives where we really held this information that we're meant to bring forward into the world today. And then of course we can work with the unicorns for doing a lot of our deeper heart healing because they really hold this sort of angelic type energy, non-judgmental. They always show up if you call them in, and they can help with that heart healing at this really, really deep level. They insert their horn into your heart. They can help release things, help heal things. They can activate things within you. Who am I missing? Mermaids. Mermaids can help with so many different things too. Yes, mermaids work in the water. They work a lot with, the sexual energy, the sacral chakra energy. They help, they show up for even doing like solar plexus healing and standing in the power of who you really truly are, because they don't hold on to, that fear of being their true selves. They don't hold on to, conditioning and fears like we do, but they can help us to shift that energy and to recognize what is really right for us. They help us to recognize what our soul song is, the truth of who we really truly are, and to bring that into the world. With the magical beings, the thing that I find most strong is that they help us to see that essence of our true self, because we forget, we go into the world and we're caught up in the conditioning and the way that things are supposed to be and how we're taught that things are. The reality of the world around us is not really how it really is. And when we can think outside that box and we see all of these different beings coming forward to help us in these different ways and helping the earth through this ascension, helping us through our ascension, they really can help us to, change the energy and to recognize that things are so much bigger than what we see around us in the physical world. So the fears that we have, or these beliefs that we have from the things that we've been told for so many years, our whole life, and as a child, And of course, they can help with the inner child healing as well. But they help us to see that this isn't really who we are, because we are wise and powerful beings. We aren't just these human beings. We are so much more than that, because we are spiritual beings who have had lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of experiences. We have been healers, witches, we have been priestesses, priests, we have been so many different things, shamans. We have been so many different things, and we still hold on to this energy. So when I work with the magical beings, they help us to remember that, because they worked with us in a lot of those lifetimes. We just don't remember, like we don't consciously remember this. But as you begin to work with them, and as you begin to do journeys with them, I do a lot of journeys with them, but whatever level you choose to step into working with them, they can help you to find that magic within yourself again. They can help you to remember that essence of who you really truly are and what you want to bring into the world. So the other day I did, or last week, I guess, the video that I posted was about spirit guides. So we can have magical beings as spirit guides. We can also have, go out into nature and connect with the nature spirits out there. It's not only the guides that we can connect with, but we can connect with them out in the world. Yeah, they don't have like their physical presence here, but it's just slightly beyond our own realm. So we're still able to connect with them and communicate with them. But as I always say, you want to make sure that you're always only connecting with those that are of the highest of good, the deepest of love, and the highest of integrity, so that you're not really calling in those that don't have, sometimes they have other agendas, right? They don't necessarily always care about your agenda. Some of those don't really fit in that, like unicorns, you don't have to worry about that so much. But with any of the nature spirits, fairies, elementals, even dragons, even though generally dragons are very, very high vibrational and for the highest good of all, sometimes there's some that sneak in there that aren't. They may not, maybe it's a lesson for you or something, but it is important to always be clear that you are only connecting with those of the highest good. So there are so many different ways of working with the different magical beings, and it's kind of an individual video for each one because they're all so different. But one way that you can begin to step into that energy is go to where they would be. So if you want to connect with mermaids, go to a water source, go to a lake or an ocean or a river. They're in all waters. If you want to connect with elementals, go deep into nature. Yes, there can be fairies that live in your yard, but if you really want that deep connection with them, go deep into nature and really develop a connection with them. And yeah, they like to receive something in return, so bring them gifts. Build that connection with them. And it does require a lot of trust. You just have to trust that they're there. If you don't feel their energy, if you don't see them, generally you don't see them. Maybe you see them in your mind's eye. I see the energy of them generally. Sometimes I see them pretty clearly. It just depends because they can show them at different levels. I have a lot of guides that come forward that are the she, so they are like the fairies that look, more human, that are tall and stuff. And then of course I work with the elves as well, and they've been coming forward really, really strong lately with very important messages. So I know that I need to do these videos and all these different beings so that you guys can understand them at a greater level. But I just wanted to have like this kind of overview of why we want to work with them and understanding that they can help us. They have the intention of helping the earth in its ascension, and we are in a requirement to bring that around, to bring that shift, to bring that change. They can help us and we can help them. So it is a relationship, and oftentimes we have, many that we have been friends with or whatever in past lives, where we have worked together in past lives for different things. So a lot of the dragons I work with, we have a very strong connection because we have many, many past lives together where we did a lot of different things that were really important for the planet or other planets as well. So sometimes the guides come forward and they are these ones that you have this really deep connection. They are family. They feel like family. And then there are ones that you begin to develop a new connection with that are here on Earth, or, you know, in a different realm, but on Earth, to do, you know, this work here. And you can develop that connection to bring that change to the Earth. So unicorns are a little bit different because they're going to be, yes, they want to raise the vibration on Earth, but they work more directly through us. They're not, you know, out there necessarily, you know, taking care of the plants and stuff like the elementals are, the nature spirits are. They are working directly through us to help us to move to that level to raise the vibration on Earth. And dragons do a little bit of everything because there's so many different energies within the dragon realms, or within the dragons, because they exist within every realm to some level, and they're all so very different, but they can come in with transmuting energy. They do a lot of earth healing. There are ones that that really do like the transforming and transmuting of energy. So they do so many different things to really create change here, and they are an important part of this ascension of the planet. So it's something to consider thinking about, or energy to step into. And if you're watching this video, you've already been, you know, pulled in this direction to some degree, or maybe you've been like getting these signs where you've been, you know, they're showing up everywhere and you really feel this deepening connection with them, but you don't really know where to go with it. Well, stick around because I'm going to have more stuff about this. But you can also join me in my free Facebook group called Sorceress's Circle, where I do free trainings, I do posts, I share channel messages, all kinds of different things there. And of course, all of my links are in the description of this video below. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.